Hi, Scruffy. You must have saw me through the blinds, because you were on the gray mat a moment ago. How you doing? It's kind of gloomy all day, but the sun came out late this afternoon. I saw you getting some sun. Scruffy was lying out in the open deck. Actually saw him this morning too on the deck, but it was gloomy. I think he was trying to get some sun, but there wasn't any. So I guess it was good and it finally came out to get some sun in the afternoon. Okay. Scruffy's ready for pets. I'm actually a little on the early side for dinner tonight. Wasn't sure if he's going to be so ready. So I thought the weather would be a little warmer and a little more sunny today, but it was actually a little cooler and less sunny than yesterday. So I needed a recovery day today, so I didn't go out. So my legs needed a break, and then yesterday I was complaining I had discomfort to my back as if I had slightly pulled a muscle or something like that. Not sure how I did that, but yeah, it's still a little still feeling the discomfort today. It's not too bad, but yeah, I'm not sure how I injured myself. Because isn't anything that really stood out in my bike ride yesterday. Didn't crash or anything. Didn't have to do any sudden evasions or jump something. I think I mentioned there were some people in the entrance area, so the main entrance trail. So the park is still closed to vehicles, so the only way to get in is the pedestrian entrance. So there's some people, going into the park, but because the park is pretty deep, and without a vehicle, you're not going to get a lot of people because the main campgrounds are like much deeper into the park, and so if you were bringing picnic equipment or stuff to barbecue or kids or anything you need to carry, most people aren't going to be walking into the park with all that equipment. So you gotta people just go there for a short walk or something, or a long walk, I guess. So there were, I think, a few people on the path, and some of them were a little oblivious to people like me on the bicycle coming behind them. I have a little bell on my bike, so I ring it. And I always try to give the people an advance notice before I get like right on top of them, because sometimes when they hear the bell and I'm right on top of them, it can startle them, and I don't want to do that. So I usually bring it pretty far back. There was one person though. I was still pretty far back, you know, biking wise, I was still probably over 10 seconds behind them, probably more, 20. And they still jumped, and then turned around and saw I was like way back there, and yelled, you know, they kind of yelled out to me, "Wow, that's a really loud bell. I thought you were right on top of me." And then let's see, yeah, there was I think a couple people that were a little oblivious, didn't hear the bell, so had to kind of approach them slowly, you know, so they don't accidentally walk into me as I'm trying to pass them. So, so I think some people are wearing wireless earbuds or something, so they can't hear anything. But yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah, so I think that was probably the most maneuvering I was doing, but that's not really that strenuous. Not sure how I pull back muscle doing that. So. Yeah, so last night I think a skunk was near the house because the house is now flooded with a really strong skunk stench. I'm trying to air it out today because it lingered in the house all night and it's starting to make me kind of sick. So I think this is the third time this year skunk scent's gotten in the house. I'm guessing there must be a skunk that lives nearby, and passes my house every now and then, and something's startling it and causing it to spray. So Scruffy doesn't smell, so Scruffy was not the reason, or at least didn't get sprayed. The first couple times I was a little worried Scruffy might have been the reason and got caught in spray, but he was clean both times, so I think Scruffy knows enough to stay away. Don't mess with skunks. And I think so. I actually went out into the front of the house trying to figure out where the smell was coming from last night, and I think it was in somewhere in the front of the house. Because I don't smell it back here, but I did smell it in the air in the front. Although I couldn't exactly pinpoint where it was coming from. It could have been the wind too, blowing it. But I'm not sure how it got in the house so easily. And it's lingering, and it's making me feel not so great. Especially last night when I was trying to sleep. So I was trying to air it out today, but it was kind of cold today, so it was kind of an awful day to try to air out the house because making the house even colder. Okay, let's get Scruffy's feed. Okay. Try to get a better look at this. Yeah, Scruffy doesn't want me tugging on it, so I'll leave it alone for now. Really shift it positions. So I got a different chunk of fur to come off last night. So I did clean the brush last night after I was done filming. Okay. So yeah, lunch went well, I think. Very similar to yesterday. It was, I think, yeah, there was a slight hesitation when I put down the bowl. I think Scruffy was still kind of half expecting me to put it down where the little elevated dinner table is. But after a pause, yeah, he went for the food. And then, yeah, the bowl was, I don't think it was as slippery as yesterday, so the food's still a little slippery, but Scruffy was actually able to gobble it up, I think, faster today, so it wasn't as slippery. I was actually worried he might be gobbling it too fast. I was a little worried he might throw up, but he made it without incident. Hey, Scruffy. Saw you in the gray mat a moment ago. You moved over to the petting mat. So you smell any skunks? The house smells terrible. The skunk must have come by last night. The scent is trapped in the house. So you smell okay. So maybe it wasn't back here. It was in the front of the house. So you ready for your food and water? Yeah. Yeah. Looking at the bowl. Okay. Right for the pets. So it's kind of gloomy today. A little cold again. I need to air out the house, but it's actually a little cold. Figures, huh? Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is hearty cuts with real chicken and beef, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. Seemed kind of thick tonight, so I think this can may have a little more meat than gravy, which is a good thing. I think the next can of Hardy Cuts will be the smelly fish. That one's usually seems more like more gravy than fish. So I was doing some paperwork, trying to get caught up in some paperwork today. And I think I mentioned I got a letter a little while ago for a class action settlement involving some shares of some company that my dad owned. And I think it was between 2017 and 2019, and it's kind of ridiculous that I need records of that now. And one of the problems is I don't, digital records, I don't get direct access to that because it's not in my name, it's my dad's name. So I did try contacting his brokerage. I'm still waiting on that. I actually did find some forms. I don't have all the dates though, which is a problem. So my dad did keep some records, but I think even 2017 was a little too far back for even him. So because he was, I think he'd keep a few years and then a couple years, and then he'd start thinning out some of the papers. He probably didn't think he needed them, and I don't think he needed a reason for that either. But yeah, now I suddenly need them. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.